So, I want to address how to achieve your health goals when you're overwhelmed, exhausted, and you lack discipline. I have recently been having conversations with people from all walks of life who are struggling with similar stuff. They're struggling with autoimmune issues like fibromyalgia, rheumatoid arthritis, MS, um, digestive issues, overwhelm, just a general sense of fatigue and being depleted or just feeling stuck. Um, all of these things are related. And I wanted to just pop on and share really like what needs to happen, what needs to be the focus instead of trying to like force yourself to do an elimination diet or start working out or stop eating gluten or whatever it is, whatever the list of 7,000 things that one can do. And then it's also personalized to you, but I'm going to create just 5 quick videos so that I can take you through what are the most important things to focus on when that's what you're feeling. And when you have a chronic illness, and I've been there. I'm Laura Bautista. In case you don't know me, I used to struggle with multiple sclerosis, chronic hives, digestive issues, chronic anxiety. And I went through the journey of going from the Western model of putting fires out with pharmaceutical drugs all the way through to healing my body with detoxification, responsible and appropriate cellular detox. And if you hang out with me long enough, you'll learn why I say it that way. There's a lot of bullshit out there, and I don't do bullshit. What I share is what's going to accelerate your process and the truth. And it's usually going to be something that maybe you've not heard of before. Sometimes it's that way. And I encourage you to just have beginner's mind and an open heart. And I've been there. If you're struggling with any of these things, I've been there, and there's a root cause for everything that you're experiencing. So the first thing I want to talk about, I talked to this woman today actually, and she's just wonderful, and she's really struggling with RA, with rheumatoid arthritis, and she has been for a while, and her mom has it too. And her mom's health has been deteriorating, and she's been taking care of her all of her adult life, and so she knows what's coming, is what she said. And she knows that lifestyle has a lot to do with it, and she was gone through periods of discipline, but she has a really hard time staying consistent. And like, she herself has this issue, right? And if you have a chronic illness, if you have unresolved emotions, if you have symptoms that pop up that you've maybe normalized, like, this is all communication, and it's something that we need to pay attention to, and it's clues that we can kind of decode. So what she was saying is, she tried the alkaline diet for a while, she was doing medical medium stuff for a while, all stuff that made her feel much better, but then she also said that she feels overwhelmed and that she's running on empty. So there's also a lack of support in her world. She's not really surrounded by a lot of people who are kind of going after the same thing, who are also stuck in the same ways. There's been so much research and data on how this can amplify, how loneliness in an experience can really keep you from moving forward, and how being in community, that's why a lot of holistic and functional medicine practices are going more toward group visits, because people heal in community, we co-regulate. So which leads me to, if you're not disciplined, the first thing I want you to know is that it's probably not your fault. It's probably not a mindset issue. You're not bad or wrong. And I just want you to take that in and feel that for a moment. And you might not even believe it, but I just want you to like receive that it's not your fault that you have not stayed disciplined. Okay? It's not your fault. It's an energy problem. If you have a chronic illness or you've been struggling with something for a long time, your energy is being consumed by this thing, right? And that's going to deplete your energy to take care of your immune system or whatever it is, or your digestive system or your brain or your liver, wherever is like kind of needing to have that energy. It's going to be taken from one area and then you're going to feel it in another area. So um, that's what makes it hard to keep up sometimes when you are going through a process. And so, spaciousness, gentleness, realistic expectations, and understanding that this is a biological and physiological thing that is also happening. It could be a little bit of a mindset issue, but I believe that it's really almost impossible to have a good mindset when your energy is being depleted, when you have low serotonin, when you have low GABA, when you have low dopamine. And you can test for these things. You can actually test your urine to see, and your blood, to see where are these levels. More your urine with neurotransmitters, but with hormones, you can look at blood. There are certain nervous system states as well that exist. So if you're someone who's like super flaky, or you never finish what you start, or you forget what you're saying often, or you're like, what was I just doing? And like that happens to you a lot. That's a reflection of a nervous system state called freeze. And it happens because your nervous system is trying to keep you safe. And so when you go into overwhelm, your nervous system goes into that freeze state so that you can handle the overwhelm. Okay, so it's not you having a mindset issue. It's that there's something in your physiology that we need to work through so that you understand on a visceral level that you are safe, and you can move through that feeling, and you can show up. When you're in that state, also, you don't want to be around other people. Sometimes what might come up is like, what's the point? I can't tell you how much learning about this stuff is just like, oh shit, that's why I did that. And then learning that, oh wow, I can do something about that. And so most of your serotonin, which is like your happy neurotransmitter, is made in the gut. So there is a gut biome, there is a state of your gut, a certain level of healthy bacteria, a certain balance of things associated with with these states of anxiety, with states of overwhelm. And there's a gut microbiome and mycobiome. There are kingdoms of like fungus and bacteria living inside of you. And the balance of these kingdoms determines the way that you think and feel, and how much energy you have, and how much disease expresses. There's a beautiful bird that just landed in front of my window. I'll take that as validation, but as how this expresses in your body. So if you have a discipline issue, you have a nervous system issue, most likely. If you really, really want change, but you don't trust yourself to make that change, there's a bridge that you can cross, and it's called healing your nervous system. And it will really help you stay committed and understand that it's not your fucking fault. It's really important for you to know that. So that's all for today. Stick with me. We have more to talk about and more places for you to kind of focus your energy and your attention so that you can free up some space, increase capacity, which then enables you to do the things that you need to do in order to get yourself well. You're the only one that can. I can guide, but I can't eat the food for you. I can't do the practices for you, but I can hold space for that. And that's exactly what I'm doing with my Trust Your Body protocol, which starts on Wednesday, the 29th. If you have been struggling and you're curious and you want to know more, let me know, respond to this video. And either way, stay tuned for the next one, because you're going to want to know this if you've been struggling and you want to know, how do I reach my health goals when I'm freaking overwhelmed, exhausted, and lack discipline? What's the map? What's the roadmap? That's what I'm here to provide you. So much love to you, and talk soon.